Video on how to access your website to make simple text changes. The first thing to mention is you won't be able to change any images. That's something at the moment that you'll need me to do. I can provide another video about that if you need to, but for now just stick to simple text changes. So the first thing is I've sent you an email with a link and a username and a password. If you click the link, pop in the username and password and then just click sign me in. That will basically take you to this screen here. You'll see some strange warnings over the right hand side about payments due. Completely ignore those. There's nothing due. I'm not sure why they appear, but just completely ignore them. What you want to do is come over to the left hand side where it says websites and click on that. That will basically give you the preview of your website, and then below that you have edit website. Click on that. This will load up my software, which is called Bramble. If you've got fibre optic broadband like me, it will load instantly, so everything's right in front of you. And if you're on a slower connection, it can take up to 60 seconds to load. So the first thing to say is don't forget you're working on the live website. So if you break, delete and damage things and then you publish the changes, you have actually saved those changes. So the first thing to say is only ever hit this green button if you're actually happy with what you've done and you're happy with the changes that you've made. Otherwise it will cause problems. So I'll just give you an example. If we accidentally delete a whole section and we didn't mean to do that, there's a couple of ways you can get out of that. You've got an undo button, so you can click that. But if you've broken all sorts of different things and you're not really sure what you've done, as long as you don't hit the green publish button, what you can just do is exit and leave, and that's done no damage because you've not saved the changes. So watch that back again if you need to, but basically what I wanted to show you is make sure you don't publish changes if you've made mistakes basically. So going back to getting around the website, you'll see all sorts of strange symbols like this here, and things might not display as they do actually look on the website. Don't worry about any of that. That's just to do with how the site is set up. So basically things like this, the images that are all stacked on top of each other, they don't display like that on the website. The website scrolls through them, but again, just ignore how they look when you're in the editor. It's just designed that way, so you can just ignore those things. The way it appears online is perfect. So getting down to the changing text, much like Microsoft Word, everything you click it highlights in green, and then you're able to then enter the text, change words, add words. One thing I will say is you don't want to delete too many words because I've submitted all of this site and all of the words as keywords. So if you go and delete lots of text, what will happen is Google will see that I've submitted it as keywords. It will then see that you've deleted it, and it will have a big effect on how you rank in the coming months. So really just concentrate on adding extra text or deleting any words that you don't like. Don't delete too much text. As mentioned, you won't be able to do anything with the images, so leave all the images as they are for now, please. If you do want to change images, I can do a separate video about that. It's a little bit more complicated. Or if you do want to change images, let me know and I can do them for you. You've got 30 minutes of free support included in your package. So again, if you wanted to add extra features in, you could just go in, add extra features, put in there whatever you wanted to. If you were then happy, you'd then hit publish, and again if you don't want to publish that, you've just got undo. So you can go in and you can add extra text in like a Word document and then just publish the changes. A couple of other things to mention: you can change fonts and colours and all that over on the right hand side, but I do not recommend that you do that. Basically I've changed all the fonts so they work on tablets and they work on phones as well as computers. So if you go and increase the size and change all the fonts, what you'll actually find is that will stop them working on different devices. So you're best to just leave everything as it is and just concentrate on going in and making simple text alterations. The rest of it I would leave. Another thing that you cannot do is you cannot access or change the booking system. That's all been done with code. So leave the booking pages as they are, please. Just don't touch those at all. But if you go in the top here, you'll see all your other pages. So again, leave all the ones that say book or bookings. Don't enter those. But you've got your other pages, such as your things to do page. You could go to that and then add a bit more text or delete the text as you needed to. Scroll around and change and add bits. You can do all of that. So that's nice and easy. And then you've got things like the contact page. Again, don't change any of the contact form settings, but you could change the little introduction text at the top. You can't really alter the form. You can change your phone number if you wanted to do that. And that's about it really. The rest of it is really to do with images. So that at least gets you access to your website, to go in, to make simple text alterations. If it's too complicated, don't worry, you've got 30 minutes of support a month from me, so there's no charge. I can do updates and changes for you. But if you did want to go in and have a look around, you've got the ability to do that now. And as I mentioned, if you make mistakes or you're not sure what you're doing, just make sure you never hit publish, and then you won't do any damage at all. So have a look around, see what you think. Again, I'm happy to meet up and go through this with you again if you'd like to do that in more detail, but hopefully this video gets you what you need for now. And thanks for watching.